Why do we overthink? Today, I'd like to explore why we overthink and why thinking harder isn't always the answer. Hello, and welcome to Renewal with Victoria. Have you ever found yourself replaying the same conversation over and over again, wondering whether you said the wrong thing, analyzing every detail, questioning every decision, imagining every possible outcome, trying to work out what might happen next, only to feel even more uncertain than when you started? If so, you're certainly not alone. Overthinking is one of the most common experiences I encounter in my work as an emotional well-being therapist. People often describe feeling trapped inside their own minds. One thought leads to another, then another. Before long, they're mentally rehearsing conversations, analyzing situations from every angle, and trying to predict what might happen next. Many people assume they are simply being careful, or responsible, or preparing well, but eventually they realize something important. All that thinking isn't bringing greater peace, it's bringing greater exhaustion. One of the reasons overthinking is so difficult to recognize is because it usually begins with a positive intention. We think more because we want greater clarity, greater certainty, greater confidence, greater control. Those are understandable desires. Our minds naturally try to solve uncertainty. The difficulty is that emotional emissions rarely respond to endless analysis. There comes a point when thinking stops helping and starts becoming part of the problem. Instead of finding answers, we become overwhelmed by possibilities. The more we analyze, the more possibilities we discover. Each possibility creates another question. Each question creates another layer of uncertainty. Soon our emotional capacity becomes overloaded. We may struggle to sleep, find it difficult to concentrate, feel emotionally drained, become less confident rather than more confident. Ironically, the very process we hope to give us certainty often leaves us feeling even less certain. This is one reason why mind renewal has become such an important thing in my work. Sometimes the problem isn't that you're thinking too little, it's that you're carrying more thinking than our minds were designed to hold. Mind renewal isn't about switching your brain off. It isn't about pretending difficult situations don't exist. It's about learning to recognize when our thinking is helping us and when it has become a cycle that keeps us emotionally stuck. Renewing the mind involves creating space for clearer thinking, emotional regulation, and healthier perspectives. It's learning that peace doesn't always come from finding every answer. Sometimes peace comes from changing the way we relate to our thoughts. For those who appreciate a Christian perspective, one verse has shaped much of my own understanding. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Transformation begins with renewed thinking, not simply more thinking. Perhaps today is an opportunity to ask yourself one simple question. Is my thinking helping me move forward, or is it keeping me emotionally stuck? Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. If this reflection has been helpful, I'd love you to subscribe to Mind Renewal with Victoria, where I share weekly reflections on emotional well-being, renewed thinking, resilience, faith, and everyday life. Until next time, take care, and remember, lasting change often begins with the renewal of the mind.